This is your guide to Downtown Sarasota's Ritz-Carlton properties, so stay tuned. Hello, my name is Mariah Taliaferro. I'm a realtor with Premier Sotheby's International Realty, specializing in downtown Sarasota and the surrounding Keys. And we're going to do a deeper dive into Sarasota's Ritz-Carlton properties because we love our Ritz-Carltons. But before we do that, do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to our channel if you find the content very valuable. That'll help my channel grow and reach people that are also looking to get information on Sarasota. Thank you. Needless to say, downtown Sarasota loves our Ritz-Carlton properties because we have 5 of them. Yes, that's right, we have 5 Ritz-Carlton properties. And it can get very confusing when you're actually looking at Ritz-Carlton and really have no way to navigate which one's which and where they are located. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. So the first Ritz-Carlton building that was built in 2001 is called the Residences at the Ritz-Carlton. So the Ritz-Carlton Hotel was obviously built in 2001, and then the residences are above it. There are 6 different floor plans and then the penthouse residences above, and they each offer a different square footage, but all around you can get 3 bedrooms with an office space as one of the bedrooms, depending on which side of the building you're on. And most of the residents actually have north or south facing views, and then you also have a bit of view on the corners, but they are kind of blocked by the tower residence, which will be what we're going to talk about next. So built in 2001, many people have come in and done some renovations, but you're typically going to see a little bit more traditional style in this building. Also, be sure to know that when you live in the residences, you are sharing amenities with the hotel. So if that is a deal breaker for you, then you want to consider the tower residence. So the Ritz-Carlton Tower Residences were built in 2003, and they're just adjacent to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. So you have a walkway that actually connects you to the hotel. This is probably one of my favorite Ritz-Carlton buildings because it is that beautiful opulent style with the staircase that wraps around with the gold leafed railing. It's just very elegant. The residences are also really great floor plans. A lot of people want 3 bedrooms and a den, and maybe the ability to create 2 bathrooms in the owner suite. And you can do that in these plans because of how they're laid out. And they're each in a corner, so you have great corner views and views of the west. You have views going south, some going north, which let me go back and describe what those views look like. If you're looking west, you actually see all of Sarasota Bay and parts of Longboat Key. If you're looking south, you have views of the marina over Golden Gate Point, and you also see Big Pass, which goes between Lido Key and Siesta Key. If you're looking east, you're seeing much more of downtown Sarasota, and then north is seeing the Quay properties, which we'll go into next. So if you want to have more private living and all the opulence of living in a Ritz-Carlton building, such as a club room, breakfast that's served every morning with coffee, a movie room, a beautiful pool, and the list goes on, then you will like the tower residence. In 2005, the beach residences were constructed, and as the name implies, this is actually on Lido Key on the beach. So this is the only Ritz-Carlton property that is actually on the beach. When you drive up the driveway, you first see the Ritz-Carlton Beach Club, which would be a separate membership whether you live in the beach residences or you don't. So right now there is a waiting list, but when you live in the Ritz-Carlton, you actually get priority on that list. So the building is right behind it, and there are roughly 9 floor plans in this building, each offering a different orientation. So if you have direct western views, you look at the Gulf and the beach, whereas if you have direct eastern views, you see all of downtown Sarasota and the beautiful mangroves between Sarasota and between downtown and Sarasota Bay. I really like this building because of those eastern views. I've always had a preference for views of downtown and then seeing the water, but some people really want to have full Gulf views, and are going to like the floor plans in that building. Being that you are with the Ritz-Carlton, you are managed by the Ritz-Carlton and have the same level of service. So you're always greeted by wonderful concierge, doormen. Anything that you need is offered to you. There is no valet parking in this building, so be aware of that, but there are 2 parking spaces per unit, and the penthouses have 3 parking spaces. So the newest Ritz-Carlton property was completed in 2021, called the Ritz-Carlton Sarasota. And this building has about 54 residents in total and it's just opulent living. You have brand new modern architecture. You're in the heart of downtown, right at the Quay. It's incredibly exciting, and every unit does have water views. Someone described the services at the Ritz-Carlton as typical valets are going to tell you that you have your check engine light or you need your tires pumped, whereas with the Ritz-Carlton, they actually do that for you, whether it's scheduling the service or getting your tire filled. So that's just the level of service that you get with the Ritz-Carlton property and you can expect. So being that this is new and modern, you have higher ceilings, you have full service amenities, a beautiful pool overlooking the water, you have a club room area, a beautiful fitness center. There will be a restaurant right below, and then other restaurants that are going to be built along with the Quay. So you're really in the heart of the new part of downtown Sarasota. So this building is highly desirable. Very few residents actually come available, and when they do, they go under contract within a couple of days. So you can expect to spend anywhere from $4.5 million and up, versus the other Ritz-Carlton buildings. You can find something for $2.5 to $3 million, but do keep in mind you probably will renovate. And the last and 5th Ritz-Carlton building is to be completed. It is currently in the pre-selling phase, called the Ritz-Carlton Sarasota Bay. So we have Ritz-Carlton Sarasota and then Ritz-Carlton Sarasota Bay. And this is a very exciting project because we are lacking in new inventory associated with the Ritz-Carlton. So as you can imagine, the sales are flourishing. But I love this building, again, because of the location. It offers that new modern architecture, and you also have 12 and 13-foot ceilings in every unit. It's 13-foot ceilings on the higher levels and then 12-foot ceilings in the other residences. So 12-foot ceilings is just amazing. We didn't typically see that, and that seems to be the new trend for the ultra luxury properties. So pricing really starts at about 3.5 and up, and you do have great water views, especially when you get to level 12 and up. You see over the buildings in the front, overlooking the Gulf of Mexico and Sarasota Bay. So if you have any questions or further interest in any of these properties and want to compare and understand which would be best for your lifestyle, please be sure to reach out to us anytime.